Alright, listen up. The Turkish dime dropper has been playing out of his mind this season, and if you don't know who I'm referring to, I'm talking about Alperen Sengun of the Houston Rockets. Some would call him the baby Jokic, some say he's next up, and to some he's still not even on their radar. But regardless of all of that, lots of players around the league are starting to give him praise and fans are starting to wake up to his game. Sure, he may be nearly 40 years old, but when Sengun muscles LeBron off of him with ease en route to the basket, it shows you his fearlessness to take it at anyone. Even if he's matched up against a more polished version of himself in Nikola Jokic, he shows him that he has his own set of tricks as well and can go score at the rim. And since his value isn't just in the scoring department, when Sabonis runs out to contest the three, if you look at the top of your screen, Kevin Huerter is ball watching, so he starts to rotate up to Sengun. But while all of this happens, Jeff Green is cutting to the basket behind the defense, so Sengun can blend this jump shot directly into a zip pass down the middle of the floor for the easy assist. Putting up 21 points, 9 rebounds and 5 assists per game, Sengun is basically the central hub of this Houston Rockets team, and as they continue to go through him more, it'll only lead to better and better things. It honestly takes a special ability to be able to freeze an entire defense, but with Alpy, he possesses those powers, as the entire Hornets defense was stuck in their tracks when he no-looks his pass to dime up Jabari Smith on the backside. He's not just your average or a boring big who only throws basic passes, but instead he has this funk and flair to his game, which makes him extremely exciting to watch. For the defense, you're not safe at any time, as off these rebounds he can catch you lacking, so if you leave any gap of space for Sengun to dish it to a teammate, best believe he's gonna make it happen. After Thompson bobbles the board, it ends up in the hands of Sengun, and let me ask you this, where's this pass going? Okay, 3, 2, 1, if you guess right back to Thompson, then you would be correct, as Sengun looks him off staring at Jalen Green and can drop it off in between the defense. Just because your man might fly out of the play doesn't mean you should forget about him completely, but hey, who am I to teach this lesson when Sengun can show you exactly why that's not a good idea? I know you all love to see his flashy passes, and I do too, but there's far more to his passing than just that. His ability to see the small openings within the defense is exceptional, and that's when we all get to witness this amazing tap pass back to Dillon Brooks directly off the inbound for the easy one in close. Yeah, I can't even lie, that pass was truly a work of art. And it's this keen vision that elevates his passing to a whole nother level. When you pair that with his ability to react quick to what the defense does, this is what literally shreds defenses apart. Take this play here for an example. Sengun notices Green already attracted the double, so instead of setting the screen on Curry, he stays put in the middle of the floor, and now there's two things that can happen. Either Looney has to get back to him, which will then open up a lane for Green to push right down the left side of the floor, or the other guys on defense have to rotate for the help. Well, once his pass is caught, Looney is too slow to get in front, so that makes Brandon have to shift over, and now Sengun can sling it out to Jae'Sean Tate for the money ball. I already know, if you watch that in real time, you might not really see all the details that go into these actions, but that's why we're diving deep into them right now. With Jalen Green being such an athletic finisher putting pressure on the rim, he'll tend to attract these doubles, so it makes other guys have to pick Sengun up, but now since Reggie Jackson had to leave Van Fleet, Sengun catches on quickly, and once he gets the ball, it's hot potato out to Van Fleet for the deep ball connection. For some time now, Sengun has been setting up his teammates on a high level, but since his assist numbers aren't the highest, he tends to get overlooked. Now, is there a glaring reason as to why his numbers aren't as high as other guys? Yeah, of course, but I'll let you all answer that one. It's quite amazing to see such a young guy lead like this on the floor with his facilitating skills, but don't for one second you think that's where it all stops. His scoring is rather unique, can look funky at times, but all in all, it's pretty refreshing to see from a big. Sure, he doesn't mind being physical, just bumping into defenders in order to get the bucket in close, but when he's approaching the basket, a vast majority of his points come off him staying patient and getting the best look at the rim possible. After catching in the middle of the floor versus Denver, Sengun slowly gets into this spin move, and instead of going straight up, he knows Jokic is right behind him, so he serves the up fake just in case, so then once he knows danger isn't near, he can extend out to kiss this off the glass. Trust me, it's more than important for him to be aware of shot blockers because he isn't the fastest, nor the highest leaper, or most acrobatic player, so by using these creative fakes to get the defenders on the trampoline, it grants him wide open opportunities inside to go convert. I mean, look right here, it'll look like there's no way to get a clean look on some of these plays, but Sengun says, wait, I got something for you, and he can give out a shot fake making both defenders bite, spin back towards the middle of the paint, and finish off this baby hook while calling Jaren Jackson Jr. too small. When Looney rushes back to stop him after the Van Fleet pass, it is simple, but the up fake is highly effective, so it gets him flying right past, and it's a warm up late for 2. There's really levels to this inside scoring that bigs must unlock, and as we watch Sengun, you can see every year he unlocks new ways to dismantle the defense. A lot of the time, you will see players just bulldoze through the defense on attacks like this, but by knowing Jokic's momentum is going downhill, he decides to Euro back towards the middle of the floor, which leaves Jokic with his back turned standing like a traffic cone, so Sengun can float this over the top. It's really beautiful, I know, we can all admit it. It may not be the most polished game as he still tends to look a little raw at times, but when you watch Sengun operate inside, you can definitely tell he has a special skill set. That patience and craftiness doesn't just help with him assisting the ball and scoring buckets in close, but he also uses this to create looks in that mid-range area as well. Right now, Sengun is connecting on 58% of his mid-range shots, which is majorly impressive and shows his growth in the shooting department. You're going to have those times off the pick and roll when he's met by 2 defenders clogging the lane, so instead of having to depend on his inside scoring and be forced to convert a difficult bucket in close, Sengun can stay calm, lean off that back foot, and drain it right over Lively. It looks like this is the shot he likes to go to now as he gets into it immediately out of post up sometimes, and it's even more special when you see him draining these shots over the Hall of Fame version of his prototype in Nikola Jokic. If defenses decide they're going to make him prove it and not step up, then he'll show them that that's not the brightest idea and knock it down. And with him being more and more confident in his shooting abilities, hopefully we'll get to see some more of these step backs be delivered before dropping it in over the contest. His game isn't one that comes around often as it's truly unique in its own way, and there's just so many ways he can be valuable to the Rockets. If you need him to facilitate on the court and get other guys good looks, then hey, sign him up for the job because he can get it done. But let's also say, instead of him playing the more passive role, you want him to insert himself within the offense. Well, alright, he can do that as well, and make opposing teams look lost as he feeds them with many different moves before sinking the shot. Last year was a major growth season for Sengun, and I'm sure we will see him grow even more, but in my humble opinion, I believe this season Sengun will pop up on everybody's radar as he is a young special talent in this league and possibly the best young big in the NBA. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe before heading over to watch this Jokic game breakdown. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.